Bette Midler is echoing much of the Hollywood crowd's hypocrisy when it comes to the latest school shooting. Immediately, the leftists took the bogus moral superiority to new heights as Midler told President Donald Trump and his supporters, *CK your prayers. Midler says prayers are useless as she blames the Second Amendment and the National Rifle Association for mass shootings. Well, she just got burned big time. Bette Midler, Rosie O'Donnell, Cher, and Chelsea Handler are all suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. They aren't the only ones in the Hollywood crowd with a bad case of TDS, though. In fact, it has pretty much infected all of Tinseltown. And when we have a tragedy like this mass shooting at a high school in Florida, they all turn the wrath on Trump and guns. Adds by of content to them. President Trump includes all of his supporters, anyone who loves America and what she stands for and believes that the Founding Fathers founded this country on Judeo-Christian principles, and anyone who supports the Second Amendment. Those are the deplorables, and the mass shooting's fault, to Midler, lies with those deplorables. NRA's a terrorist organization. How much do you pay to your congressional ASSWIPES to keep your gun laws in place? What's your number? I will pay it myself if you will stop killing our children, tweeted an obviously enraged Bette Midler. Hillary's entire hit list just went public. You'll never guess who's won. Health Sciences Institute Adds by of content. Find out more. Greater than 78,775. If you read through the Divine Miss Mills Twitter feed, it reads like a hate fest to Christians and gun owners. *CK you your worthless thoughts and prayers, you your obfuscating shills got what you wanted. While our kids get to in school, tweeted Midler. It was directed at a Mitch McConnell tweet, but really, it's for anyone who does not agree that gun confiscation is the answer. Adds by of content. Here's what new dental implants should cost you in Rochester. Don't overpay, save on dental implant ads. Ex-Obama wants this video erased from the internet. Watch before that happens. Health tactics. World War II discovery kept secret for over 70 years. This will make you furious. Natural health response. The left and the media whores have been non-stop screaming that something must be done. The government must fix these mass shootings at schools, and anyone who disagrees with the fix is loathsome, backwards, hillbillies, uneducated morons who are clinging to our God and our guns. Well, those supposedly loathsome, uneducated deplorables had something to say to Bette Midler and her Hollywood crowd. You and your obfuscating shills in the entertainment industry glorify violence, especially gun violence, in SNTV, which teaches kids that's the best way to solve problems and get even. So spare me your righteous indignation, blasted Bing counter, responding to Midler in a tweet. Then, there was a one-liner that really hit the nail on the head. Twitter user The Mullet 2.018 tweeted to Bette and her cronies, which caused one of Midler's minions, Better World, to go nuts, responding, "You're actually drawing a moral equivalence between the planned execution of teens adults to a woman making the difficult choice to terminate the unwanted pregnancy of a fetus with no neurological system, no functioning brain, no spinal cord." Seriously, unfortunately, all of the facts in her response are unequivocally false, and all it takes is a simple Google search for fetal development to know it. Yeah, something happened in the 1970s, abortion was made legal and mass shootings rapidly started to rise. Do you think that maybe it's not the gun's fault, but it's society's fault for taking the sanctity of life and throwing it in the trash? If we have a culture where mothers their own children in the wombs, then life is not valued, and it's no longer sacred. Killing becomes normal, acceptable. According to a recent study released by the Congressional Research Service, the average rate of mass public shootings, defined by the FBI as a multiple homicide incident in which 4 or more victims are murdered with firearms within one event in at least one or more public locations, reports Time. The sole purpose of Planned Parenthood is abortions, and 97.9% of abortions are done when there is nothing wrong with the mother or the child, according to statistics. So, these loser leftists can stop with the rationale as to why abortions must be legal. Even prior to Roe vs. Wade, if a mother's health was in danger, she would have the option of abortion. Why are we producing more sociopaths who are going out and doing these mass shootings? As a registered nurse who worked for 5 years as the charge nurse of the psychiatric locked ward at LA County USC Medical Center, the untreated mental illness myth of mass shooters is just that. They suffer from an antisocial personality disorder, which is not treated with medication. There is no imbalance in the brains. It happens in childhood, where there isn't a good bond with the mothers. But don't tell the feminist movement that their utopia of abortions and mothers having to work instead of caring for the children can lead to mass shootings. You'll be labeled a crazy right-wing fanatic and a woman hater. Retirees in New York, don't miss this one change that increases your monthly income. Agora Financial Exats buyer of content find out more greater than 42,900. So, Bette Midler and her Hollywood crowd who blame mass shootings on guns. President Donald Trump and his supporters are the uneducated, loathsome fools who have no clue what they are talking about. He'll stick with praying to God for our country, which has had 59 million Americans in the womb since 1973, and he'll pray for all who are victims to violence.